If you want to break your porn addiction once and for all and stop relapsing for good, stop feeling shame, stop feeling self-hate every time you relapse, then this video is for you. And I've already helped over 30 young men like these guys to break free from their porn addiction for good. And the strategy is following these 2 steps that will allow you to finally quit your addiction. Step 1 is finding the root cause behind why you watch in the first place. And the second point is shifting your perspective. I want you to notice here that I'm not going to tell you to be disciplined. I'm not going to tell you to install blockers or start using dumb phones or give your phone to someone else before you go to sleep. I'm not going to tell you any of that because it never works. If it worked, then everyone would be free from this addiction. And by the way, before I jump into these 2 points, if you want my personal help to help you break any bad habits or addiction, then check the link in the description. So point number 1 is basically finding the root cause behind you doing this addiction in the first place. So what I mean by the root cause is, have you ever been curious instead of judging yourself every time you relapse? Like, instead of hating yourself or feeling shame for doing this addiction and relapsing, ask yourself, why am I doing it? What is it giving me? Because addicted people, no matter what their addiction is, are self-medicating people. And this addiction, whatever it is solving something for you. And to be able to find this root cause, you gotta ask yourself, what are the good feelings that this addiction is bringing to me? Is it giving you relaxation, validation? Is it curing boredom? Whatever the case is, find those good feelings that this addiction is bringing to you. And then once you do that, now you need to start asking yourself, what are the bad feelings that those good feelings are soothing? Because the reason your brain is craving those good feelings is because there are bad feelings inside of you that needs to be soothed. Problem with this addiction is that it's not satiating. It's giving you those good feelings, but it's not satiating. And that's why you keep craving them again and again and again. And the problem we need to solve here is the root cause, which is the reason you have those bad feelings in the first place. So once you find the good feelings and trace it back to the bad feelings, is it anxiety? Is it stress? Is it something else? Once you find those, this is the reason you're doing those addictions. This is the reason you're watching porn, because you want to solve or you want to quiet down the feeling of anxiety, maybe the feeling of stress, the feeling of depression, the feeling of something else. Once you find this root cause, now we need to shift your perspective. So you trace it back. Good feelings, bad feelings. Why am I feeling those bad feelings? Why am I feeling this anxiety or stress or anything else? Now we need to shift your perspective towards this bad feeling in the first place. So maybe you're trying to start a business and this business is giving you so much anxiety. It's so unpredictable. You don't know how to get new clients. You don't know how to make more money, etc., etc. And this is giving you anxiety. And porn is a temporary escape for you to be able to tone down this feeling of anxiety. So what you need to do is you need to find someone who's been through this that can give you the right perspective so that you don't have to feel anxiety anymore. That's the cure. I'm not going to tell you to go be disciplined and do push-ups when you feel the urge. No. If we fix the root cause and if you stop feeling anxiety, excessive anxiety, then there is no need for you to soothe anything because there's nothing to be soothed, okay? And that's exactly why having a mentor is extremely important. Let me explain to you why. Because where you are right now in life is the sum of every single action you've ever taken. And every single action you've ever taken is the sum of every single decision you've ever made. And every decision you've ever made is the sum of every single option you perceived to be available to you. And those options are the sum of every single thought you've ever had. And those thoughts are the sum of every single paradigm that you currently have. A paradigm is the lens that you see the world through. And you have paradigms for everything. You have a paradigm for AirPods, you have a paradigm for your phone, you have a paradigm for drinking water, you have a paradigm towards anything. And all these paradigms are the sum of every single belief that you have. A belief can be good or bad. Drinking a lot of water is a good thing. That's a belief. Using your phone for over 3 hours per day on social media is a bad thing. This is a belief. And every single belief that you have is the sum of every single experience you've ever had. You have to experience something from reality to be able to build or modify this belief. Now, those experiences, they come from reality. And what does that mean? It means that you're receiving information from reality that makes you experience mean you feel emotion. And once you feel emotion, you have this experience, and this creates or modifies a belief that you have. And those information come from people. So in order for you to change your reality, you need to trace it back into the root cause like we did with your addiction and find the thing that can give you the correct information, that give you the right experience, that modifies the right beliefs, that builds the right paradigms so that you can think differently, so that you can perceive different options, so that you can make different decisions, so that you can take different actions which will change your life. That's why having a mentor is extremely important. So it all starts from the person or people that can give you the right information. And shifting your perspective, which is step 2, is basically finding someone who's been through what you're going through right now and telling you that you shouldn't worry about it because it takes time and this is normal. What you're going through is normal. Someone just telling you this who's been through what you're going through right now will massively calm you down. Now, this doesn't have to be with business. It doesn't have to be with anxiety. It doesn't have to be with any of the examples that I'm giving you right now, but this is the strategy and the methodology that I use for over 30 people that I helped quit porn in specific that allow them to be able to quit it for good. So if you are a business owner, I don't care if it was a marketing agency or an AI agency or a SaaS or consulting or coaching business, whatever the case is, if you have any addiction, it doesn't have to be porn, but if you have any addiction, it's very, very beneficial for you to break it because it will massively help you with achieving your goal much faster. And I invite you, if you're that person, if you're a business owner who have addictions, then I invite you to join the only and the first school community for business owners to break their addictions. So check the link in the description. You can join there and I will personally coach you one-on-one to help you break your addictions.